The 7 deadly sins and the demons behind them in occult tradition. For centuries, we've been warned about the 7 deadly sins: pride, envy, wrath, sloth, greed, gluttony, and lust. But what if each of these sins was more than just a harmful behavior? What if each sin had a face, a name, and a demonic force behind it, whispering in the dark, tempting your soul in silence? Today, we're going to pull back the veil of occult tradition and reveal the ancient entities that, according to forgotten texts, represent each of the 7 deadly sins: ancient demons, invisible forces, names that were hidden from you for a reason. Welcome to Archivos Sagrados USA, the channel where we uncover what others fear to question. Here, the Bible isn't just a religious book. It's a map, a portal to a deeper reality, one filled with symbols, secrets, and spiritual truths that have been buried for centuries. If you're searching for something beyond shallow faith, if you feel there's more going on behind the visible world, subscribe now and hit the notification bell, because what you'll discover today might forever change the way you see sin, evil, and even yourself. Got your popcorn ready? Your video starts now. Chapter 1. Pride, the throne that corrupts and the angel who fell. Pride is considered the deadliest of all the 7 sins, not because it's loud, but because it hides better than any other. It was pride that made Lucifer fall, the desire to be equal to God, to take the throne, even if it cost him eternity. In occult Christian tradition, Lucifer is the demon behind pride, but not the cartoonish devil with horns and a pitchfork. Lucifer was the light bearer, the most beautiful of all the angels, the one who believed he was irreplaceable. Pride isn't just vanity, it's thinking. You don't need God, that you're always right, that no one can correct you. It corrupts leaders, pastors, politicians, influencers, even those who say, "I'm humble," but get offended the moment someone challenges them. Pride wears the mask of wisdom, of confidence, even of holiness. And that's where Lucifer works most effectively, feeding the ego, inflating the self-image, placing the I at the center of everything. Pride doesn't need a stage. It just needs you to believe you're too great to bow down. Chapter 2. Envy, the poison that whispers and the demon that coils inside. Envy doesn't scream, it whispers. It grows in silence, behind fake smiles and hollow compliments. Envy isn't just wanting what others have, it's hating that they have it. Not because you want it, but because you don't want them to. In occult tradition, the demon associated with envy is Leviathan, a sea serpent, a creature of chaos, a being that twists beauty and strangles what is alive. Leviathan doesn't attack directly. He wraps, he squeezes, he compares. He makes you feel small, even when you're blessed. He makes you hate in silence, even as you smile outwardly. He destroys families, friendships, communities, because someone else's light threatens your darkness. Envy doesn't want to grow, it wants everyone else to shrink, and that's Leviathan's tactic. He wants you so focused on what others are that you forget who you were meant to become. Chapter 3. Wrath, the fire inside and the demon that fuels it. Wrath often looks like strength, but most of the time it's just unhealed pain. It's the sin that erupts, but only after boiling, quietly inside for far too long. In demonology, the force behind wrath is Azazel, not a classic tempter, but an accuser, an instigator, the one who feeds vengeance, conflict, and destruction. Wrath isn't always shouting. Sometimes it's silent resentment, the quiet war in your chest, the refusal to forgive, not because they don't deserve it, but because you want them to suffer like you did. Azazel echoes your pain, playing it again and again in your mind. He turns you into victim, judge, and executioner. He transforms hurt into hatred, and hatred into identity. Wrath makes you believe that healing is only possible if someone else bleeds. But while the fire burns, you're the one turning to ash. Chapter 4. Sloth, the paralysis of the soul and the demon that lulls you to sleep. Sloth isn't just laziness, it's spiritual numbness. It's not just doing nothing, it's stopping to care. The demon behind. Sloth is known as Belphegor, also called Beelzebub in some traditions. He doesn't push you to do evil, he just makes sure you don't do any good. He dulls your purpose. He convinces you that you'll do it later. He delays your dreams, your faith, your responsibilities, and before you know it, years have passed. Belphegor doesn't destroy with fire. He destroys with comfort, with the just 5 more minutes, with the cozy bed, with a mind that dreams, but never moves. Sloth kills slowly and quietly, and Belphegor waits, hoping you stop trying forever. Chapter 5. Greed, the endless hunger and the demon who buys your soul. Greed is a bottomless hunger. No matter how much you have, you always want more money, more power, more control. The demon of greed is Mammon. Mammon is the prince of those who hoard, the one who turns hearts into currency, the one who convinces you that everything, even your soul, has a price. He whispers that peace only comes when you have more, but the more you get, the emptier you feel. Mammon offers wealth, contracts, success, but every deal comes with fine print, your soul in exchange. Under his influence, compassion fades. Faith is replaced by fear. Honesty becomes optional. And before you even realize it, you belong to what you own. Mammon doesn't just want your wallet, he wants your heart, signed on the dotted line. Chapter 6. Gluttony, the excess that consumes and the demon that feeds on your weakness. Gluttony isn't just about eating too much. It's any desire that becomes addiction. It's turning pleasure into a prison. It's never knowing when enough is enough. The demon of gluttony is Beelzebub, often called the Lord of the Flies, and that says everything. Beelzebub thrives in what's rotten, in what's spoiled, excessive, and uncontrolled. Gluttony isn't just food, it's everything you overconsume to avoid what you feel inside. Alcohol, screens, noise, distractions. Beelzebub whispers, "You deserve it. Just one more. You'll stop tomorrow." But tomorrow never comes. What begins as comfort becomes a silent killer. Gluttony doesn't destroy instantly. It eats away at your soul, bite by bite. And Beelzebub, he watches and feasts on your guilt. Chapter 7. Lust, the desire that enslaves and the demon who seduces in silence. Lust is more than desire, it's obsession wearing a mask of pleasure. The demon behind lust is Asmodeus, and he doesn't force himself in. He invites you, he shows up as harmless attraction. A curious glance, a playful thought, a temptation that seems small, until it's not. Asmodeus turns the other's body into an object, and your craving into a cage. In the occult tradition, he's known as the destroyer of marriages, the father of infidelity, the voice behind secret sins. He doesn't just want you to fall, he wants you to believe that falling is natural, that resisting is weakness, that pleasure is all that matters. But when it's over, all that remains is the emptiness, the guilt, the ruins, because lust was never love, it was control, dressed up in desire, and when Asmodeus takes over, you're no longer the one in control. Bonus chapter, different names, same darkness. You've just discovered the 7 deadly sins and the demons that, according to ancient occult tradition, embody them. But here's the truth. Few people know there's no single version. In old texts, forbidden grimoires and forgotten manuscripts, these names vary. Their appearances shift, their roles intertwine. Some say Wrath isn't ruled by Azazel, but by Satan himself. Others assign Sloth to Astaroth, not Belphegor. In certain medieval writings, Beelzebub isn't gluttony, he's pride, Lucifer's second in command. The message? Evil adapts. It changes masks, it changes form, but its purpose stays the same. And some scholars even claimed there were more than 7 deadly sins. They spoke of deep despair, of ingratitude, of heresy, and of total hopelessness as soul-killing, of forces. The truth is, darkness is creative, and when it finds a crack in your soul, it enters. This video wasn't just about ancient demons or scary names, it was a mirror. Because these sins, these forces, don't just live in books, they live in us. In the pride that refuses to say I'm sorry, in the envy that poisons joy, in the anger that burns bridges, in the sloth that buries purpose, in the greed that sells your soul for applause, in the gluttony that numbs instead of heals, in the lust that replaces intimacy with emptiness. But now, you know their names, their strategies, their tricks, and you can choose differently, because for every sin, there is a virtue, and the one thing demons hate most is someone who still believes in light. Now it's your turn. Which of these sins do you think the world is feeding the most today? And which of these demons do you feel most around you or within you? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We read everything. If this video opened your eyes, like it, subscribe to Archivos Sagrados USA, and activate the bell. Here, every week, you'll uncover truths that were buried for centuries. And remember, the greatest dangers don't always scream. Sometimes they whisper.